Hello, Shardinians. Welcome back to my channel. I am all things sugar and shea Sade. Hey, and this is where I talk about the best bits of Love Island USA. And today I'm talking about episode 28. But before we get into that, please make sure you like this video. You might as well do it now. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Share with like-minded people and leave a comment so I know what you think about episode 2. Okay, let's get into it. So we pick up after the mass dumping where 5 islanders had to leave the villa immediately, and everyone's really confused as to what was going on. We had Ace and Shelly. Shelly's confused. She's so confused. Like, she actually asked in her confessional, she actually asked America, like, what did I do? I don't know what's going on. She has no clue what's been happening or how people have been viewing her behavior. Ace, he's a little bit more quiet with it. He didn't outright come and say it's Shelly's fault. He didn't do that, but he was just like, I was doing all right before this. I think it'll be fine. Like, I'm cool. So Shelly's more unsettled by it. As they're getting ready for bed, Orlandria tells Iris that she basically wasn't happy with Sierra's decision to stand behind Taylor. Like, she's just like, one of my best friends shouldn't be doing that. Sierra came into the room and she said what we thought, that she basically followed Nick and his decision. And she said because she knew that Nick would be cut up if Taylor was sent home. Now, is that a good enough reason? I don't know. And like, why are you, like, you're not husband and wife, you're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, Nick made that clear when he got you to define what being closed off means on the outside. And he was relieved when Sierra was just like, oh, you know, it means we're kind of like exclusive, but we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. He was relieved. So I don't know why she's doing Stand By Your Man so early, but this is, yeah, what I thought her reasoning was going to be. Orlandria also called Amaya America's sweetheart, and I'm just like, I love that they know. I love that they know inside the villa that America and the rest of the world is in love with Amaya. So we might not get like a genuine love story, but we definitely have our sweetheart for sure. In the morning, we see a complete change of heart from Chelley. Not only does Chelley make breakfast for Ace, and she sets it out like a picnic down by the dock, and she basically tells him that she really likes him a lot and that she is not going to do any more exploring with Chris, and she's ready, you know, to focus on what they have. So Ace, he was grateful. He did not turn around and say, you know what, Chelley, we should be closed off. I don't know what he's waiting for. But one of the things I was thinking is, like, for these guys, Shelly and Ace, to still be in the running, they need to do a 180 real quickly. And it seems like this is the beginning of this happening. Just a reminder, like, this whole season ends next week, Sunday the 13th. So they don't have a lot of time. I think Shelly was just like, ain't no way me and Ace are going to finish in the bottom. It's not happening. So she's just like, right, need to lock it down. In her confessional, she was just like, I'm not in love with Ace, but I have love for him. But she was very giddy and very giggly. And it seems like she's just letting her feelings show up. However, I know some people are going to be like, it's strategic. They're scammers. I don't know. I do feel like they have something for each other. But let's see if this is enough to turn it around and actually get people truly invested in their relationship. I think Ace has done a hell of a lot of damage. Chelley, she's done some damage as well, but I feel like people kind of, you know, this effort from her is going down well with some people, at least. Halfway through the day, they played this big crash out game. It was giving Love Island games, I'm not gonna lie. They had to go through this assault thing, choose like a wingman or wingwoman and run through these doors. One of them was easy to get through, one was super hard, so they'll bounce back. Then they had to go through the slime thing where the others were like throwing slime at them to kind of like make sure they fall. Then they had to do like a humble pie thing where they had to say what their crash out was. None of them were particularly interesting, I'm not gonna lie. And they got pie in their face, and then they had to go into a ball pit and kiss someone of their choice. So yeah, nothing scandalous, nothing like super interesting. Bryan did kiss Amaya, and Amaya was just like, that kiss was 10 out of 10. She was smiling. And I think Pepe kissed Iris as well. So yeah, looks like they had fun. So after the game, we see Amaya actually talk to Zach, and Zach is apologizing to Amaya. He's working on being a gentleman, and those things that he said in the postcard game that, you know, were a bit unbecoming, and he shouldn't have said those in the moment. He should have said it to her in private, and he apologizes for that. Amaya does also apologize for her swearing at him. She was just like, I shouldn't be using that kind of profanity, like it's really unfair and that sort of thing. And she, you know, she starts to get a little bit emotional with it as well. It's okay, Amaya. It was okay to swear at him. He was being rude. We're not going to hold that against you. But I'm glad Zach apologized. And obviously, you know, Amaya's a classy act. She apologized too. It's very sweet of her. Zach does say as well, you know, he regrets not defending her when the other two guys were getting at her. And I just thought, interesting, Zach. Now you regret this after you've seen Amaya as one of the most popular contestants at the moment, according to America. So now you want to start doing apologizing. You want to do up like, oh, here's my regrets and that sort of thing. No, we're not buying your BS. Anyway, Amaya seems to have caught wind a little bit, but she's just saying that them two are going to be friends from now on. That's what it is. Just friendship, which is great. That's what we want. Because we know what we want. We want her with Bryan. That's what we want. And it might be happening because later on in the day, they're chatting in the speakeasy and Bryan's just like, you know, just reminds her again, like, don't listen to those bozos, man. Just be you. Like, that's all. Like, don't worry about moving fast or saying babe and all that kind of stuff. Like, I love all that. That's what he basically said. But he's definitely a bit more laid back than that. He says to her, don't change, like just be you. And she's just like, oh, do you know how refreshing it is to hear that, you know? And you can tell she's getting giddy, like, and she even says it like she's blushing. It's a very, very cute moment. Says, you know, God forbid the girl blushes. Anyway, they start getting a little bit closer. They start kissing. And then she's straddling him. So yeah, it was quite an intense kiss. Again, I was just like, oh, okay. Oh. Going all the way in. That was a very passionate kiss. And I think she liked it, and I think he liked it. And I'm telling you, that's my winning couple right there. Amaya and Brian, that's all I want to see from now on. Dare I say, called it? I think I did, you know. I think I was one of the ones anyway. Like, I definitely wanted that to happen. Didn't know how it was going to happen because I thought he was on Jaden. Obviously, Jaden went. Perfect. Let them guys win, man. We also had Shelly and Chris calling it quits. Obviously, Shelly had already made up her mind and she just let Chris know she's focusing on Ace. They kind of put down what happened between them to miscommunication. But, you know, he's just like, okay, you're doing your thing, I'm doing mine. I'm pretty happy and stuff. Him and Huda seem to be getting on well. They had a bit of a moment earlier on as well where she was giving him some advice. It was cute. So everybody's happy in that respect. So yeah, we have no more exploring between those two. There was no hard feelings, and yeah, they hug it out. His hand was quite low on her back though. He put his hand on the smalls of her back, and I was just like, are you sure, Chris? I don't know. Also, Iris and Pepe might actually become a thing. The day before, I think Pepe even said to Iris, like, do you want to come and lay in my bed? You're not even allowed to do that. But anyway, their beds are close to each other and they were like facing each other like during the night, like talking or whatever. After the game, they go to the dock and I think they're chatting. I don't think they kiss or anything. But Iris is just like, wow, I didn't even know Pepe was an option. I was just like, girl, you're blonde. Of course you're going to be an option. Seriously. But let's see if they're faking it or not, because obviously Iris is literally just a lost TJ because he's been dumped, and Pepe just the other day was talking about how much he still misses Hannah. So let's see if they're gonna pretend enough or if there's something real there. I don't know if there's gonna be something real there, but maybe they can make it look like it's real, you know. On Sunday it looks like there's gonna be a recoupling, so I hope there's actually a dump in as well, because we could really get rid of a few couples. I think we need to cut it down again. And then before we go into our final week, that would be great. Like, get rid of a few, and we've got our final week, because we ain't got that much time. And like, have we even seen anyone in the hideaway? No one's gone to the hideaway, right? It's so odd. It's so freaking odd. Anyway, that's it. That was the episode. If you made it this far, you know I love you the most. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Share this with like-minded people. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And of course, like the video. Do it now. Okay, guys. I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Bye.